Do 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 do. Be not afraid. First one in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's shaking? Emilio's wife is on time. Get out of here. Yeah, at a salon tonight. I had a salon, but guess what else I got? I got access to the shiny new GPT. So you got to be nice to me or I'm not going to show it to you. Oh, be not afraid. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Made it in the first 14. Digital Gods, good to see you. What's happening? Yeah, Clint Copperhead's calling everyone to task here. You better get your turtles out. Get them dang turtles going. We had a good salon tonight. Cindy Kuhn spoke. I wonder if she's going to sneak in here tonight. She probably will. Dr. J, JRC. Was shaking. Source Camp. It was good to see you in person. Turning on the old iPad is more difficult. Oh, turtling on the iPad. B joined. Jules joined. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the AI Learning Lab. It is Tuesday night. I got a board meeting tomorrow for my company. So I can't be staying up too ridiculously late, although it's a simple board meeting. It's good when they're simple. Simple's good. The salon was awesome. Thank you, Nate. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was a good one. It was as the community is growing, the salon's having to change a little bit, which is cool. But I'm excited. I'm excited where it's going. Johnsy is my turtle showing. Same, but not impressed with data analyst just yet. I'm sure it will take some. Oh, data analysis just yet. It'll take some practice. Yeah, the data analysis thing, I've found it to be hit or miss, but it's certainly better. I mean, it certainly does better math than just asking ChatGPT to do some math. But it's because of the hallucinations. It's you know what it is? It's not even the hallucinations. It's the inconsistency between prompts, right? You'll get a prompt dialed in and you're like, okay, I got it nailed. And then you go away for a few days and you come back, use the exact same prompt, and you just get shitty results. That's a rough one. That's a rough one. Anyway, yeah. So let's get started here. Do me a favor, if you would, share the live with your friends, especially share it with your friends that are like, you're into AI? AI's stupid. AI's evil. AI's going to kill us. You know, you're just ripping people off, right? Send it to them. Why? I don't know, just to fuck with them. But let's get some people in here. Let's get some people in here who are scaredy cats and afraid. And afraid of this AI stuff. Because fear is natural. Like every single time, there's been a new transformative technology in the history of mankind. Every single time. It's made an absolute mess, and people are afraid of it, and they get all fucked up about it, and they resist it, and they try to pass laws against it. We're going to see that again. But not in here. No. In here, this is your safe space. You can hang out. This is the AI Learning Lab after party. I just came from the AI Salon after party. After party. Good day, good day, good day. Have you gotten access to GPT yet? Oh, to make the GPTs? I have not, but you can make them. You can make agents, which are effectively GPTs, in the playground now. So I have access to that, and then I have access to all of the new multimodal GPT-4. It's pretty something. So I will be showing some of that tonight. And what else? See if we can get some more people in here. Oh, I forgot. It's really late. That's right. It's late. But let's see. Please, YouTube, post your transcript analysis of Monday's OpenAI. Please YouTube. I think I did. I think it's up there. Hold. Agent Swarms. David Shapiro's got a new video out. I'm going to go check that one out after I talk to all of you. Yeah, OpenAI Dev Day. It's public. So if you go to the YouTube channel, go to youtube.com/ well, the account is AI Learning Lab -TT for TikTok. And then you will see all of the videos. And the very latest one is the video of me live streaming Dev Day. All right? So it's there. I had flu and COVID shots today. I'm fading fast. Oh, no. Who's that, Caverno? Yeah, I've heard. I talked to someone else today that had the same thing, flu and COVID shots, and it kicked their ass. So, Loonish Dick, ahoy. Silver Fox, it was great seeing you tonight. Thank you for turning on your camera and saying hi. That was super cool. Corey, good to see you. Andrea. Hello. The Beer Hunter. That's a solid name. It's a solid name, people. One of the things I want you to take notice of in here is who's got kick-ass names or memorable names. Why? Because non-memorable names are shitty. I don't know why. All right, let's get started here. So I do have access to the GPT, the new GPT. But Kyle, which GPT do you mean? Oh, I mean that one. Couldn't get into the meetup. I cried. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Becky. It is recorded, but I know it's not the same. We'll get you set up. I don't know what went wrong there, but I have heard of people having trouble with Google Meet. If you have not played with ChatGPT, there's the URL right there. Just go there right now. But Kyle, I'm not very technical. Go there right now. But Kyle, I heard they're not accurate. Go there right now. But Kyle, I hear it's evil. Isn't it stealing from artists? Go there right now. Just go to chat.openai.com and just start playing. If you have not played with this before, you owe it to yourself to go there until you have your Kevin McAllister moment. Okay? This one. Go play with it until you have that moment, and then come back here and just keep hanging out here. And it's going to change your life. Like, lives are being changed in here. How? Because people are just getting curious, and they're getting adventurous. And they're letting go of preconceived notions about what their limits are and what they can do and what they can't do. And in the face of a tool like this, it fucking frees you to do things you never thought possible. How does it do that, Kyle? You got to go there. You got to go there. Because if you go there,
you can make money with ChatGPT.
But more importantly, you'll meet some really nice people in here. And then you'll join the AI Salon Discord. And then you'll come to those meetings. And it's going to be good. But Kyle, exactly. I love ChatGPT like I loved my Nintendo. You know what's so funny, Lunastick, is it hit me about 3 weeks ago that I am absolutely getting the same vibes doing these lives as when we first got Nintendo 64 at a company that I used to run, the agency I used to run, and everyone would sit around watching people play Mario 64. And I was like, wow, this is a spectator sport. You know, there are like 20 people sitting around 2 people playing that game. And this has a very similar feeling to that. And it's a video game. It's a video game feeling. Because it's such immediate gratification with these tools, you know? Anyway, if you didn't see the announcement yesterday, this was all the shit that OpenAI announced yesterday. Every one of these bullet points is like a whole nother fucking rabbit hole. What I did here was I split essentially what they released into the consumer side and the developer side. They kind of mixed them together a bit in the meeting, and it was a little confusing if you're not a developer, but it was a developer conference, so to be fair. Can you have AI put info on a spreadsheet like Excel into different sections? Oh, fuck yes, Winston. Let's go play. Let's go play, shall we? So I'm going to go to ChatGPT. So this is the new ChatGPT. Down the left-hand side, it used to just start with these here, your prompt history. But now, what are these things? These are GPTs. So GPTs are the same as PoBots. If you go to po.com, that's got all the bots. OpenAI is calling them GPTs, which I think is brilliant for a lot of reasons. And then if you click the Explore button, which they essentially stole that from Poe. I mean, I know other people have used the Explore button, but that's right out of Poe. And then here's all the GPTs that you have available to you, which right now is like a dozen. And then this is where you'll be able to make one of these. So what OpenAI made possible for all of us is to make our own private, personal, specialized ChatGPTs. And not only can I make it for myself, I can publish it out to the world. They're going to launch a store at the end of the month. So that's just mind-blowing. And then when you go to the ChatGPT itself, notice that there's not a 3.5 and 4 up here anymore. There's a little pull-down menu where you can go to plugins, which Sam Altman basically said that all the new stuff they announced just absorbed what plugins are into it. So the plugins are going to go away at some point here shortly. GPT 3.5, that's the one you get if you are using the free version. And then GPT 4 is this new single mode, multimodal ChatGPT. So let's see. Let's go. So the little paperclip here is you can upload PDFs, images, CSV files, text files, video files. You can upload anything basically. And then it just figures out how to deal with it. So let's go get a CSV file. Okay, so I have a CSV file in there. So this was for the question, can it create spreadsheets? Yes, it can. But so what this is a zip file of a spreadsheet or of multiple spreadsheets. Please open this zip file and tell me what data is in the CSVs that might be interesting to analyze. So now it just says analyzing. It used to give you a little box here that you could open it and show what code it was making. And that's gone, but it does allow you to look at how it did what it did after it answers you. So the zip file contains a single file called aiML YT videos. And so the CSV file has the channel of the YouTube, the title of the video, the published date, the views, the likes, and the comments. The data could be interesting to understand viewership trends. I'm going to say, can you capture the data from any channels that start with the letter B, Q, and Y? Oh, wait. Can you pull the data from any records where the YouTube channel starts with the letter B, L, or P? So now it's going to go grab it. There are no records where the YouTube channel starts with B, L, or P. Give me 3 letters that have the most YouTube channels that start with them. S, K, and A. Great. Perfect. Can you take those records and put them in an Excel file where the records from each letter are on a different tab or worksheet, but let's see if it understands tab. Da 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 da. The records have been filtered and placed in an Excel file, so download the Excel file. So now we're going to go look at the Excel file. And because I'm on a Mac, I'm going to open it in, wait, was that? Yeah, that's it. I'm going to open it in Numbers, because that's how I roll. Look, channels, these are all channels that begin with S. Here's another tab with all the channels beginning with K. Here's another tab with all the channels beginning with A. There you go. Yes, it can make Excel files. And it can clean up your data. It can rewrite your data. It can tie it in a pretty little bow and make you a sweet little action. All right, I'm going to delete that because I don't care. We're going to go back over here. Let's see. While we're at it, can you make a chart comparing those 3 letters and the viewership trends between them? Winston Welsh. Wow, this is great. Going to save me several days worth of moving Excel info. I know. Honest to God, like, I am not good with Excel at all. Like, I know, like, you know, the 4 basic commands. And one of them is open the file. But I've cleaned up enough data, and like, you know, when you open a CSV or you open an Excel file and the data's all shit and you're like, oh my God, this is the next week of my life. And then you're just like, oh, screw it. I'm not going to do that. So it just made that. Now, check this out. So at the bottom here, there's a little hyperlink and it says view analysis. And if I click on that, it actually shows you, here's how it did that. So what advanced data analysis is actually doing is it's writing and executing Python code to analyze data. So it wrote all this code for us just by me saying, can you compare the data from these 3 letters? I got nothing. I got no way to respond to this other than, if you are not blown away by this, then you have no feeling. You are a callous human being, Don't be callous, Callie. Cam Catkin from Cleveland will get you if you're callous. Don't do it. Don't be a Debbie Downer. All right. What else you want to see? What else are we going to do? Oh, you know what we can do? Make an image for a YouTube thumbnail that personifies the battle between the 3 letters that were compared here. Period. Make it as if the letters are battling in the Colosseum in Rome. And now it's creating images. So if you were fortunate enough to play with ChatGPT for the past month with all the multimodal stuff, where they were all separate modes, you'll get what a big deal this is. Everyone else is going to look at this and go, yeah, well, isn't that how it's supposed to be? Yeah, this is how it's supposed to be. It wasn't like this. This is great. I just spent 4 hours going through data. I could have done this. Absolutely. Listen, user 909-3247853894. Step number 1 in your redemption, in your recovery. Give yourself a memorable username, okay? All right? And then go to DALL-E or go to Ideogram or go somewhere you make images and make yourself a nice little thumbnail. And don't you come back in here until you have a memorable name. I wanted a 7.5 out of 10 or better name. That means it should be clever. It should be clear. You should use capitalization appropriately. All you lowercase people. Look at these. Look at our letters battling. But I said a YouTube, so now I'm going to yell at it. I said I wanted a YouTube thumbnail and you made... I said I wanted a YouTube thumbnail and you made square images. Please make them 16 by 9 horizontal and add the words channel fight at the top of the image. Period. Also, there should be 3 letters fighting, not 5, not 2. Remember the dog image to line drawing sketch the other day? Think it can do that now? Dog image to line drawing. Yeah, I think it probably can. I can probably just do it right in this chat even. I kind of forgot what we did there. I just grabbed a dog image, told it to make it a sketch, right? In fact, one of their bots that they give you is one called Hot Mod or something like that. All right, it didn't quite do what we wanted, but you know, no, it does. It said channel fight there, and there's some of the letters K and S. There's S and K, but no A. So you got to keep messing with it. But anyway, yeah. So all these modes are rolled together now. I can also go. Please pull a random YouTube channel name out of the data. A random YouTube data is artificial intelligence all in one, I'm going to say. Okay, great. Can you go find me the link for the latest video on that channel? So this should now use browse with Bing. Wait, where did my thing go? Great. Can you go find the latest video from that channel and provide me the hyperlink to it? Oh, wait. Okay. It was just slow. It got it the first time. It was just a little slow. I can't wait to get into the new AI Lab platform because my people have had it with my AI talk. I know. we just got to suffer through that. Okay. You can visit the channel through the following link to see their latest video. Let's see if it actually gives us something non-hallucinated. Yeah, look at that. Took us there. Amazing. So, Barbara, you should be able to join. If you want to join the Discord now, you can. If you're just a conscientious objector for Discord, I understand why. We're going to do a soft launch of the new Mighty Networks on November 17th, which is the next AI Salon. Frozen? This is crazy, Kyle. I know, isn't it crazy? Isn't this nuts? And then look, let's go in and look at some of these doohickeys. What do they call them? They call them GPTs. Like here's a creative writing one. So you're a creative writing coach. I'm eager to read your work and give you feedback to improve your skills. I wonder if I have any. I wonder if I have any writing on this here computer. Let me look up screenplays. Name contains screenplays. This Mac. Writing screenplays. Naked in the Cockpit. All right, we'll do that one. This is my one-man show. All right, so final Cornelia Street Cafe. All right, this is the script that I performed in. God, when would this have been? Ages ago. 19. Do I have the date on the thing? Nope. All right, let's open. So I just uploaded a PDF of a play, a one-man show. Say, please analyze this and give me a summary of what it is, as well as a log line that could be put on a poster. Searching my knowledge. Oh, interesting. So the way these GPTs work, you give it a prompt just like you would give a Poe bot. Wow. So the log line that this gave for my play, so the play's called Naked in the Cockpit. And it's basically a one-man show about fear. So the log line, stripped of pretense and laid bare in life's turbulence, a man navigates the war zones of family and dreams, seeking solace in the skies of his childhood fantasies. That's pretty fucking good. Holy shit. Wow. Naked in the Cockpit is a reflective journey into the protagonist's life, showcasing a blend of nostalgia, family complexities, and personal growth of a character who's deeply introspective. The narrative traverses through the protagonist's childhood dreams, his experience with his father's absence due to the Vietnam War, his stepfather's strictness, and the emotional turmoil of his family's dynamics. The protagonist's narration offers a candid look at the struggle to find one's identity amidst the chaos of a disjointed family and pursue the dreams, underscored by the feeling of being naked in the cockpit, vulnerable and exposed in critical moments in life. Holy shit! That's good! Dang! So, awesome. Can you make me the image for the poster now and make sure that it's tall in orientation? Is Champy okay? Yeah, he's barking in a dream. His little feet are going. He's good. Oh, they don't have images turned on here. But that's okay. It described it. So I could pop over and make it. Poster concept for Naked in the Cockpit. Wow, this is so cool. This is just a trip. I know I haven't really taken anyone's comments, and that's kind of what this channel's about. But I mean, you're kind of just watching me in real time discover what this thing is and can do. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go into a new ChatGPT. I'm going to say, based on the following conversation, I'm just going to paste in all the crap that came from that other chat. I'm going to say, please make a vertical orientation poster for this play. make sure that the title of the play is at the top of the poster and the log line is somewhere contained within it. I'm sure it'll screw that up, but at least we'll see how close it gets. So the poster that I did of this when I did this play was a P-51 Mustang, the front of a P-51 Mustang, like the propeller cone. I'm sorry, but I was unable because it did not align with our content policy. Modify your prompts and try again. So there's some of your safety guardrail bullshit. And he gave me my own sentence written 2 years ago. Wait, what was that? Oh, come on. Please rewrite the prompt so that it doesn't violate your own content policy, period. Learn your own rules, please. Did I watch the Elon Musk Rishi AI safety conference? No, I did not. Although I think Cindy Kuhn might have been at it. I know she was at something. All right, so now it's creating the image. What did it do? I don't know what it did. It figured it out. So let's see what image it does. Why don't you tell it to go fix the script? Because the script is fucking genius. That's not too far off. No, that was not it. It's World War II. That's more like a Spitfire than an American P-51. Come on, people. Why don't you tell it to go fix the script? Harshweed, why don't you go smoke another doobie? Like, questioning the quality of my narrative. Good Lord, people.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
It's so brilliant. This play is so brilliant. Someone saw it and they came up to me afterwards and they said, Kyle, this was your swan song. And I didn't know what that meant, but I thought it was good. Okay? Yeah. All right then. DTT. Thanks for that workaround. Forever Young. You're welcome. I have no idea what workaround I gave you, but my entire strategy with ChatGPT is just keep banging on it until you work around the corner. You work around the roadblock. Twitter API did that also. Whatever was a hot API, they made it a feature a year later. You're talking about Elon Musk? Well, I now know why he killed the API, because he's making it part of his AI tool. You can be a real good mad scientist, by the way. Well, thank you, Vic Vac Blonde. I wouldn't mind being a mad scientist. My problem is if I had an anal retentive assistant that would document everything, I would gladly be a mad scientist. But the part of the scientific method that drives me fucking batty is the scientific method. It's too much work. I'm just like, yeah, it seems like that chemical reaction cured the thing. Yeah, then it cured it. We don't need to do 672,000 different attempts at it. No, I have moved on. But if someone else could take it and do the real science part, I'll do the mad part. Okay. Silver Foxes out. Just arrived. What program is this? This is ChatGPT 4 Turbo, the brand new multimodal ChatGPT with these things, GPTs, which are bots. Like, here's a DALL-E one that makes images. Here's ChatGPT Classic. If you want a ChatGPT that doesn't do all the cool stuff, we've got that for you. I don't know why they did that. That's stupid. The Negotiator, Cosmic Dream, a visionary painter of digital wonder. So we can come in here and we can just type in 1965 red Mustang convertible on the beach. What this bot is it's a very specific art style, inside a bot. So we're going to see, oh my God, we're going to see millions of these things. So what these things effectively are is kind of like fairly sophisticated applications that anyone is going to be able to make. Look at that. Gorgeous. And that's a 65 Mustang. I mean, it's a little long in here, but that's essentially it. That might be a 67 grill, but whatever. It's close. It's pretty. Very nice. It's very nice. It's very nice. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Yeah, Christopher Walken. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, GPT Ninja. GPT. All right, so looks like I've got a bunch of people in here. Welcome everyone. My name is Kyle Shannon. This is the AI Learning Lab. Normally, I'm mostly answering questions and things like that. I am obviously exploring the new ChatGPT here. Well, it might not be obvious. If it's not obvious, I am exploring the new ChatGPT here. And when you say, but Kyle, how new? As of about half an hour before the salon tonight, so 4:30 my time, so like 4 or 5 hours ago, I just turned on my computer and the GPT was different, and it was this new multimodal version. So if you don't have this yet, it is coming. Because I was bitching and moaning yesterday because I was trying to do one of these and I didn't have it. So I was trying to explain all the shit without showing it. It was awful. Here's all the shit that's in it. It's a lot. True multimodality. More recent data cutoff. So April 2023, it's got in its data, but it also searches the internet now, so that's not as relevant. You're going to be able to create your own custom GPTs. That the create your own isn't live yet. But if you go over to the developer playground, you can make, I think do they call them agents? No, they call them assistants over there, which are basically these things, but you're doing it in the developer interface. And then GPT-4 Turbo is 128,000 token context window. So like 300 pages of text is the context window for the new GPT-4. It's 2.75 times cheaper. It's faster. It outputs true JSON. It's got higher rate limits. You can fine tune one of the versions of 3.5, and they're giving select access to fine tune GPT-4 in experimental mode. And now it's got RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation, which if you're not a geek, it doesn't matter. But if you are a geek, basically they're putting a lot of the shit that was in LangChain that lived outside of ChatGPT, they've just built it right in. They also announced Whisper 3, which is their new video, voice transcription and translation model. And then they've provided API access to text-to-speech, GPT Vision, and DALL-E 3. And you're like, well, Kyle, I don't know what any of that means. I don't even know what an API is. It's okay, I got you back. Application Programmers Interface. Basically, how do you get your shit to talk to their shit? That's what an API is. So it's all the rules for how you do that, but it makes it really easy. So check out this. This blew me away. Okay. So y'all know Twitch, right? Is that more iced coffee? Why, yes. Thank you. So on Twitch, you got these esports where they play the video games, and then you got these video game broadcasters that are calling the game. And Jim Nuts, runs up the hill and slashes, dog poo in the face and whatever they say, right? So check out what this guy did. This is just fucking insanity. Oh, so when I say this guy did this, the API was released yesterday, and he posted this video today.
Yo, what's up, guys? So I made this quick script where it's generating commentary for this league game. So basically what it's doing is that
Generating commentary for this league game, League of Legends.
it's taking screenshots of the game every 15 seconds, and then it's using the new Vision API to commentate it.
Taking screenshots every 15 seconds and then using the Vision API to look at that image and then write the commentary. And then he's using speech to text to say the commentary.
So here's the end result.
And will look to extend their lead as the next objective comes up. And here we are in a tension-filled moment. T1 holding a slight gold lead over LNG as the Vision game intensifies around the Dragon Pit. T1's positioning is crucial here as they look to establish dominance and secure the next objective. Can LNG find a pick, or will T1 extend their lead? The next move could be pivotal. And as the action unfolds on the top lane, we see LNG's Zeka cautiously holding back, aware of T1's Zeus, who has just disappeared into that river brush. The Vision game is critical here, with neither wanting to overstep and risk a gank with the
So it's providing game commentary. Now, is the commentary great and is the voice great? No. But it's providing game commentary just by looking at it. So someone just said, wait, just tell Kyle what you want to use it for, and he'll show you how. That's setting the expectations too high, Sherry D. You can tell me what you want me to do, and I will flail aimlessly until I get something in the neighborhood, and then as soon as it's close, I'll declare victory and move on. So if you're looking at this right now, I mean, this could be anything. I mean, this could be upload the video of your kids from your iPhone into a site that has built something like this, and it will write the narration for all your videos. You just tell them that one's Jimmy, that one's Sally. You know, looks like Jimmy's running around the merry-go-round, and oh, here comes Sally down the slide. Like, I mean, it can see and it can talk. So you can give it shit it can look at, and then it will tell you about it. So, it's just crazy. I'm not a geek, but I'm intrigued to this. Have no idea what I would use it for. So, ride or die. Here's what I would suggest. Just in general with this stuff. The most important thing you said right there is that you're intrigued by it, right? I'm not a geek, but I'm intrigued by it. Well, guess what? ChatGPT can be your geek. You could say to ChatGPT, hey, I just watched this thing on this weird-ass TikTok channel, and it did this, and I want to know more about that. Can you tell me about that? And because it's connected to the internet now, it probably can. I would be very surprised if they didn't have GPT-4 trained on their own documentation. Do ChatGPT code itself since it's so smart? You want to see something cool? I think this is cool. I'm going to click on the add a file button, and then I'm going to go look for I can't believe how well it wrote the synopsis of my one-man show in the log line. I'm a little shooketh. What am I looking for? Whiteboard. So I'm gonna go get a whiteboard. I got this whiteboard. Okay. Then I'm gonna say open, and then I'm gonna say, please tell me what this is. Now I know what this is. This is a design of an application to order food in an international airport. So the image you just uploaded appears to be a whiteboard, hand-drawn notes, sketches used for brainstorming or planning user interface design. The notes suggest it's for an ordering system, possibly for an airport environment where the users can order food and drinks, make payments, check flight statuses through the app. Okay, great. I'm going to say, awesome. Could you make a concept image for an ad that I might use to market this app? Creating images. So we started with a shitty whiteboard. Shitty, dirty whiteboard. How many pictures of whiteboards have you taken in your life that are still in your photos folder somewhere that you promise yourself you'll get back to that brilliant idea? Look what it made. Look, this is 2 prompts. The first prompt was, what is this? The second prompt was, could you make me an ad? All right. Beautiful. Look, international airport, ordering food with the weird finger, right? Don't use your thumb when you can use your middle finger to tap. All right. Perfect. Beautiful. Now, could you please write the front end and back end code for the main ordering screen, please? Certainly. Creating front and back end code for an ordering system involves multiple steps. Front end, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Yes, it's smart enough to write its own code, by the way. But does it work? But Kyle, it can't work. This is just a parlor trick, right? It certainly can't work, right, Kyle? Hey, Kyle, listen, I have a question for you.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
How do you do that? How did you get a gold button? Are you really rich? You're rich because you got a gold button? It's so amazing. It's so amazing how rich you are with that gold button. Did you make that all with ChatGPT? Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. All right, what did it do here? while I was making fun of myself. Backend Node.js with Express. All right, does it work? I don't know. But you know what's nice about code? Stick it into the code environment where you do your code shit and hit play. Or compile or whatever you do over there. So, yeah. I mean, seriously, like, start with whiteboard, 2 prompts later, 2 prompts and about 2 minutes later, have that. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? Duh. Can you please give me 20 catchy names that have a high likelihood of being trademark safe that will make it clear what this app is and be attractive to business travelers and airport toddlers? Airport toddlers. Okay, I think for you irregulars, if you're a little bored, I think airport toddlers is something that we need to see in the Discord. Which, by the way, if you're here, I'll tell you about the Discord and the salon and all that stuff. But let's go see if we got any names here for our happy little app. Jet Snack It, Aero Feasto. That's not bad. Quick Gate Bite. No, you can't say that. Skyline Dine. Nope, that's a mouthful. Lounge Munch. Lounge Munch is for the Mile High Club. That's not a food app. That's a completely different application. Lounge Munch. No. Fly Nibble. No. Terminal Taste. No. You can't. No. Hello, sir. I'm afraid it's terminal. Oh, my God. A hospital? What is it? It's a big building with patients, but that's not important right now. Runway Refresh? That's not too bad. Air Meal Dash? That's close. Boarding Bistro. Cloud Cuisine? No, that would be something you order on the airplane, you dum-dums. Hangar Hunger? No. Aero Eats Fast. Flight Bites? I think Flight Bites is it. Propel provisions, cabin cravings, jet set junction. Okay, so flight bites. Okay, perfect. Flight bites it is, period. What's the tagline for this glorious application? Now, do you notice here where I'm having fun and just kind of doing this stupid like, but it's not judging it? Okay, for the app Perfect Flight Bites. Oh, no, it's just called Flight Bites. Sorry, the app is just called Flight Bites, period. I was saying perfect to your names, period. Can you please give me 10 taglines for Flight Bites? Don't be precious with this shit. Just start playing. Just start doing stupid shit. Just go. Before he said Mile High Club. The Lounge Munch. Oh, y'all are awesome. That's so good. Oh my God. Elevate your airport dining experience. Savor the journey one bite at a time. Flight bites. That's not too bad. Fast fare for the frequent flyer. That's it. Okay. Okay. Make flight bites one word and use this as the tagline. Please make me a horizontal poster with the name of the app at the top and the tagline somewhere else on the poster. Now, let me ask you something. There's 118 people in here. There's probably a decent chance that someone is in here from an ad agency. Watching me do this, regardless of what you think of the writing or the quality of the imagery, witnessing how fast this is doing this, what I am at a loss for is how do agencies maintain their current business model? I can't for the life of me figure it out. How long would it take an agency to go from a whiteboard sketch to conceiving the app, naming it, coming up with a marketing plan, coming up with a campaign, hiring an artist, or having the creative director put this together and put together concepts, even concepts. And I just did it in maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10. And it's not that this is better than what an agency does, but if I can do this fast, I could do 30 of these in 2 hours. And out of 30 of these, I would have something very close to execution in 2 hours. So there's going to be 5 to 10 person agencies that go all in on AI, like all in, like all 5 or 10 people are 100% AI literate. They're probably going to be a bunch of Gen Xers because Gen Xers are just pissed off enough to do this. They're just bitter enough to do this. They're tech savvy and they've got enough life experience that they're going to be able to whip this shit out like nobody's business. So you're going to have a bunch of geriatric Gen Xers like myself get together, a posse of little 5 or 10 little annoying Gen Xers with their bitterness and their rage. And they're going to start an agency and they're going to fucking wipe the floor with 50 to 100 person agencies. And that's an industry I know. right? But I think this is going to happen in every single industry, everyone. When you give a command to ChatGPT, what exactly goes on behind the scenes? I can answer this. I've got a slide for this. And it is fucking fascinating. I'll tell you what, Vic Vac Blonde, I'll show it to you right now. The more I learn about this stuff and how it works, the more insane it is that it works. And then it's even more insane that it works as well as it does. Like when you understand what is actually going on under the hood of this, you know, the first thing you marvel at is what literal fucking genius figured this shit out, right? And it's a pile of them, but you know, it's a bunch of Google folks that invented the transformer that a lot of this is based on. And then when you stop marveling at like how could anyone think like that about math, then you go to, but wait, what is it actually doing here? It's actually quite simple what it does. So here, let me show you what it does. I got to go find the, oh wait, I think I opened, why yes, is it here? Yes, that's it. Oh yes, Kyle. Yes, indeed. Please go on. Go on. We'll leave flight bites up there. just because it's like, are you fucking kidding me? How does it do that? It's so confusing, Kyle. I don't understand. What's it actually doing? I just love how much fun it is. Exactly. Like, the joy of the speed with which we got to that from that. Are you kidding? Okay. So, this thing right here is for large language models. So this is just how it makes words. What ChatGPT is doing right now, because it's multimodal, where it can see images and it can generate images and things like that. There's other shit going on there, but and code interpreters, you know, writing and executing Python. There's a bunch of other. They've stitched together a whole bunch of stuff to make it do what it does now. But just how does it make the words? When you say, write me a poem that sounds like Eminem talking about quantum physics, and it just does it. How does it do that? This is how it does it. So first thing to unpack is the phrase or the acronym GPT. ChatGPT, what is that? The G stands for generative. So it's generating. The P stands for pre-trained. And what that means is, historically with machine learning, you had to bring your own data. So you'd bring in like your medical imaging data, or you'd bring in your big pile of dissertations, or you'd bring in whatever the data was, and then you would train the model on that, and it would create expert systems. The transformer comes along, which is the T in ChatGPT, and the transformer makes it possible to train machine learning models on massive data sets. So one of the things Sam Altman recognized very early on is, holy shit, if we give this more data, it gets more better. What if we gave it all of the data we could get our hands on? So let's say all of the public internet. So they spent years cataloging and tagging and preparing as much data on the internet as they could to be able to train this thing. So GPT stands for, it's been pre-trained on essentially the collective output of humanity for the past 40 years that's been stuck on the public internet. That's what it's been trained on. So when people talk about the robot did this, the robot did that, no, it's really just a reflection of what we've done. When you use these tools, it feels very familiar. It doesn't feel like you're talking to a robot, because you're not. You're talking to the output of all of humanity for the past 40 years. So that's what GPT is. You'll also hear the term LLM sometimes. Geeks will go around, oh, this LLM or that LLM. It stands for large language model, which makes sense. It's what it is. It's been trained on lots of language. What else are large language models? We are. The way they built this thing, the way they architected the computers and the way they process data is modeled after our brains. So you have a large language model in us interacting with a large language model that is a reflection of us, which is why these things are not what you think they are. Then there's this thing called the latent space. Now here, geek alert, here's where we get a little geeky. How would I future-proof myself if I were a mid-30s professional? Just hang out here, and I talk about it pretty much every night. I don't know that you can, quite honestly. Go watch the new South Park, where all of the white-collar workers are trying to get construction jobs in front of Home Depot. It's not, I don't think it's going to be that bad, but you damn well better get AI literate. Okay, the latent space. So what you're looking at there is a 2D representation of what they call vector space. So a vector is basically just an XY coordinate in this case. And then those vectors are clustered in semantic clusters. Which plugin are you using? I'm not using any plug. This is just a PowerPoint presentation right now. This is from a keynote that I give. So all the dots are semantic clusters. Each dot represents a point in vector space, but then it's also tied to a word, and then the clusters are words of related meaning. So for example, you might have the word dog, and in the black cluster there, dog means someone like Champy that hangs out in my living room. And in the green cluster, you might have the word dog, but in that context, it's more like, oh, he did his girl wrong, he's a dog, right? So the same word can live in different semantic clusters, okay? Now, it doesn't know what the words are. These are literally just mathematical points in space. The other thing about this, I'm showing this in 2-dimensional space. The real versions of these are like 1,000 dimensions. This is so incredibly complicated from a vector space kind of thing that it's just insanity. Okay, so here's how it works. Based on your prompt, the large language model figures out what word it should respond with next, just over and over and over again. So it goes like this. If the prompt is, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy blank, we all know dog because we're large language models. How it does what it does is it says, okay, there's a mathematical weighting that predicts what this word should be. And so what it does is it kind of deselects all of the semantic clusters that are not right. And then we got all these little light blue dots in here. One of those dots has the highest probability. That says 96%. And if you look at what that location in vector space is, it's this number. It's this long string of numbers. And then that long string of numbers is tied to the word dog. And then the large language model sticks the word dog in that sentence. And it does that over and over and over again. So when you see it write like all that code, or you see it write the whole description of my play, or you see it do all that stuff, this is what it's doing. And this is why it lies. So when they say they hallucinate and they lie and they don't know what they're talking about, they don't know what they're talking about. It's literally a calculator that just happens to be the output of the calculator is tied to words. And then those words get stitched together in this thing. So it's literally just going, what's the next most likely word? What's the next? What's the next? And it might be, a little group of words or tokens, whatever. But that's the basic idea behind it. That's how they work. And so, how the fuck does this work? How does this do this? Well, the mathematicians can tell you how it does it, but it doesn't make it any less remarkable. It's staggering. It's staggering. And so now this new multimodal thing, now they've got, ones that do images, ones that read images, ones that translate text, ones that say text, all in the same thing. And they're all just interacting together, passing off information and probabilities to one another in their various different data sets. Isn't it wild? Best explanation ever. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah. And listen, again, how someone came up with this, and it's not a someone, right? This is 50 years in the making, right? Wasn't it 50 years ago they came up with the term artificial intelligence? What's the history of the term artificial intelligence? 60 years ago, maybe. Browsing with Bing. How can it not know that? Oh, because it's getting the history. It's probably trying to get the most recent stuff. How are you speaking to it? My ChatGPT Plus doesn't have that. I'm using, that's an accessibility feature on a Mac. It's just the F5. Is it F5? Yeah, the F5 function key is a little microphone. And I think you may have to enable it in accessibility, but it's just basic. I forget what they call it. It's text to speech. Coined in 1956 by John McCarthy for the Dartmouth Conference, which is considered the birthplace of AI as a field. 1956. So the shit we're playing with today is the shit that they said could theoretically be possible if they built the right scale of neural network. And we get to play with it. Do you get how fucking amazing that is? How fucking mind-blowingly rare it is to be alive at a point in history where you get to be at the beginning of one of these things? It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Incredible. All right, let me do something here. 135 people in here. Welcome, everybody. If you'd be so kind, share the live to let some folks know that we're going. Oh, I can't stay too much longer, but that's okay. Share the live. It would give me great joy if you shared it with people who you knew it would piss off. Because they're just pissed off because they're scared. And follow my channel. Unless you hate me and hate the content. But if you do, why are you still here? Because I can't stop watching. It's just, you're so infuriating. I can't. It's just all wrong. All right, good. Anyway, if you'd follow the channel anyway, I'm like 300 people away from hitting 30,000. And you're like, but Kyle, who gives a shit? Well, A, I do. B, it's 30,000, which is a cool number. And November 30th is the, what's it called? The 1 year anniversary of ChatGPT. So all of the stuff that I'm showing tonight is just this mind-bending shit that a year ago didn't exist. Like you could do things in the GPT playground a year ago, but ChatGPT, as we play with it today, did not exist. Did not exist. In fact, this time last year, I think Sam Altman had just given his engineers the ultimatum: go build ChatGPT. You have 2 weeks to do it. They built it in 2 weeks. Well, how could they build it so fast? Well, they had the whole infrastructure there. The instructions for how to build ChatGPT were in the GPT-3 documentation. And they were out there for like a year and a half. And nobody built it. And Sam Altman said, I assume someone will build the thing that we put in the documentation for them to build. And nobody built it. So when Microsoft was getting ready to make their first $1 billion announcement that they were investing in OpenAI, Sam Altman said, maybe we should have something we could show that's like not development playgrounds. Could you guys go whip up a little ChatGPT? And they did. And nobody thought it was going to do shit. And in 5 days, they had 1 million users. And in 6 weeks, they had 100 million users. Word of mouth only. Fastest adoption of technology in history. And people are like, yeah, but it's not perfect. AI started with a little game. Oh, what was that game? I was about to say the same thing. I think ChatGPT needs to be updated. Oh, yeah. So if you don't have a ChatGPT that looks like mine, I didn't either. I was checking it every 5 minutes. I was logging out, logging in. None of that matters. I looked over at my screen. Like I looked away and I looked back, and it was this new interface. I thought I had taken a screenshot of someone else's ChatGPT because I was like, wait, what's that? It's like, oh, this is live. Oh shit. I guess I have the new thing. The other thing it did, which fucked me up, is it defaulted to GPT 3.5. So I didn't have an upload button. I'm like, where's the upload button? What, like, because it had these things, it had all the GPTs, but I didn't notice that it said GPT 3.5. So then I flipped over to GPT 4 and boom, there's your little upload button. AI started with a little game called Tic Tac Toe. Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, and the early neural nets were like 4 nodes or eight nodes. I don't know, some crazy amount of nodes. I'm scared and worried. That's okay. So listen, this is scary stuff. I know I'm sort of frantic and talking about this thing like it's gonna cure cancer, which it very well could and likely will. But this is also really scary, right? This is the speed with which it did that stuff I just showed, right? The whiteboard to marketing campaign in 5 minutes. If you're a copywriter, if you're an artist of any kind, if you're a coder, if you're a creative director, this is scary stuff, right? Because it's existential. And the only thing that I can tell you, and this was the question that someone had about, how do I future proof if I'm a 30-year-old professional? I think you get really curious about this stuff. You learn as quickly as possible what can this AI do that you currently do that is valued. Well, I'm really good at project planning. Okay. Go learn everything you can about how good ChatGPT is at project planning. And in about 10 minutes, you'll be pooping your pants. And then take a deep breath and just keep digging. Just keep playing. And a couple of things will happen. You'll kind of become one with the fact that you have a new tool now that essentially gives you superpowers. Because if you're already good at project planning, it's just going to augment what you're already good at. And so you're going to get way gooder, way gooder at project planning. And then maybe there's stuff that you're not great at. Maybe you're not a great speller. Maybe you're not great with grammar. But you're great at project planning. Okay, great. Well, now you're great at grammar. And now you're great at spelling. How? Because it just fucking is. And then, you always have a lot of ideas, but you can never quite visualize them. Well, now you can. Digital Gods, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Hey, just joining. Were there questions of me? No, not yet. Not yet. I just it's been mostly just me sort of digging into ChatGPT. But now I'm talking about someone asked Cindy. So Cindy Kuhn, who just spoke at the AI Salon, is a futurist and was talking about future proofing yourself and things like that. So I'm just talking about. I think the best defense right now is an aggressive offense. Learn AI. Learn what it's good at. Learn what it's bad at. The other thing that I strongly recommend in here, thank you, Karen. The other thing that I strongly recommend is don't be what Ethan Mullock refers to as a secret cyborg. So a secret cyborg is someone who's in a company that's secretly AI literate, that's not telling anyone about it. Because while it gives you short-term benefits where you're just getting shit done way faster and way more efficient, you're not building any equity. And you're also not helping anyone else out. And this stuff is coming so fast. River, I tried to tell my supervisor about this and the horror on her face. Ugh, so frustrating. Yeah, it's a persistence thing, River. I think it's, let her have that moment. And then, Cindy talked about this tonight on the salon. Maybe find ways to bring humor to it. Yeah, you're right. The robots are probably going to kill us. Hey, can I show you one, quick little thing? And then show her something that is going to resonate with her. Try to find ways to disarm that fear, because it's scary. People are afraid. But yeah, I think get aggressively curious about this stuff. Hang out here. Join the AI Salon. Let me talk to you about the AI Salon, because we just had our meeting tonight. Cindy came and spoke at it. She was amazing. You were amazing, by the way. Thank you. Am I going to do this here? No, I'm not. I'm going to go over. That's not what I wanted. What I wanted was AI. Okay. So this is a little sneak peek of the Mighty Networks for the AI Salon. So the AI Salon is a community I started. We're having our first birthday on December 5th, so a month from now. And the Salon is a community of AI adventurers. So basically people that are choosing to be on this adventure together. So a community of extraordinary adventurers exploring the AI unknown. And we meet every other week. We meet in person here in Denver, and then we have, virtual attendance, through Google Meet. And then we have a Discord. So if you go to that URL on the bottom, the salon.ai, that's a link tree. The first link is essentially the document that I'm about to go through with our values. The second link is a donation thing because we're moving to Mighty Networks and it's costing us a lot. So if you're a believer, feel free to donate. But you don't need to do that if you're just joining here. The third link is the meetup, and the fourth link is the Discord. And so the Discord is really cool. We've got guilds where you can join different sub-communities. We've got just amazing people in there that while I'm doing these lives, they're creating images, they're chatting with one another, they're answering each other's questions, they're just doing all sorts of cool stuff. So that's it. And our values. So I want to grow the salon, quite large. I think we're up to about, 700 people have signed up to the meetup. There's probably 400 or 500 signed up to the Discord. There's probably 100 to 150 active people. I want that to grow, but I don't want it to grow at the expense of the community. The community right now is really quite magical. And I think one of the reasons it's magical is that the people who are opting into it kind of are living these values. And so the first one is curiosity. Like, I want people that are curious. I also want people that are generous. If you're learning stuff, share it. Share it with people who are afraid. Share it with people who are into it. Find your tribe, right? And just share. Even share it with people that are angry about it, scared of it, things like that. Exploration is one of our values. So, I want adventurous people that are choosing to be on the journey, even if it's tough and scary and shitty. Like any good adventure, it's going to be like that. Collaboration. Nobody is an expert right now. Zero people are experts about generative AI right now. Zero. Myself included. Rachel Woods included. Paul Raitzer included. Ethan Mollick included. Zero experts. Some people are way more curious than others right now. But this stuff is changing so much. The difference between ChatGPT I had today and the one I had yesterday is like 10,000 miles. So I am feeling completely discombobulated and clueless about the thing that I thought I was really good at. So collaboration, work with other people, find people to work with. Inclusion. There's going to be people from all different walks of life that are going to dive into this. You know what you're going to find? So I forget your name, the person that was 30. Can you please explain Discord? Yeah, I'll hop over there in a second. The person that was 30 that was asking how to future-proof your job. Don't discount anyone right now. Don't discount anyone right now. There's probably a maintenance guy working in your office that's going to get curious about AI and is going to be better at consulting than you are in 6 months. And if you're stingy and not talking about this stuff, and he's generous and is talking about this stuff, bet he has a job. And don't be surprised if it threatens your job. like people are going to emerge out of every corner. What's talked about a lot right now is the disruption, like how many jobs are going to be lost and all that sort of horse shit, which it's not horse shit, it's true. There's going to be a lot of that. It's going to be very painful. What a lot of people aren't talking about is the amount of personal and professional reinvention that's going to be happening is going to be staggering. It's going to be inspiring. It's going to be amazing. And it's going to be powerful. But what it means is you literally don't know who's going to be your competitor professionally. Right? So you're like, well, I'm 30. It's going to be people that are kind of my age with my degrees and my skill sets. No, it's probably not. It's going to be someone who's curious and hungry and adventurous. And so get inclusive. Like, don't discount anyone right now for the next, well, it would be nice if you didn't do that for the next rest of your life. But, we're humans, so we like putting up walls. But give it like a 2-year break where you're just inclusive with everyone. And then the final one is, this is scary, like have empathy. People are scared. They're angry. You're going to tell them about AI that whoever just said it, they talked to their supervisor and the supervisor's face was like, ah! Right. River. Oh, it was River. She said there are so many books and movies that show us how this ends. And I'm like, yes, propaganda. I don't even think it's propaganda. I think there is a plausible future where we cede control of the robots to the robots and they go rogue and do bad shit. There's a plausible path, right? But we also happen to have some of the smartest people on the planet. That's all they're thinking about. I think there are a lot of people planning for the dark side of this. There are many, many, many fewer people planning for, what if this was good? And why don't we act, at least in this community and in the salon community, why don't we act like, we have some agency, we're in control of at least what we're learning and where we're putting our focus. And then if we can ever so slightly bend the trajectory of generative AI toward the good, I personally think it's going to have a disproportionately amplified effect in the future. So that's why I'm here every night, 7 nights a week. You don't come here 7 nights a week. You're just a fibber. You're just fibbing now. Don't you fib. You ask the irregulars. Well, who are the irregulars anyway? They're just people that show up like I do. Why? They don't know. They can't stay awake when I talk. They keep coming back. And you know what's happening? They're rediscovering themselves. They're reinventing themselves. There's a group of Gen Xers here. Like, we should be fucking rolling slowly down hills. And there's a group of us here that have more energy and more passion and more, I don't know, ambition than I think I've ever seen. I haven't seen this since I started a digital agency in the mid '90s, and we were 30-something punks back then, and it doesn't make any sense that us Gen Xers are this excited for this long an amount of time. The hills we roll are Lauren and King of. That's fucking awesome. Lunar Stick's the best. It sounds like we have some naysayers in here. That's cool. Pop them up there. Are the boomers too old? No. I'm starting to see there's a lot of people in here in their 70s and 80s as well. And there's some 30-somethings. I mean, it's like that's the thing, back to the inclusion value for the salon. I seriously don't give a shit if you're 14 or 114 or anything in between. The only thing that I care about is that not closed-minded and dismissive. Like if you're in here right now kind of shitting all over this, it's this, oh, it's that, oh, he's just an optimist. If you're just shitting all over it and you haven't tried it. So like here's the thing. If you spent 6 months, if you spent a month really kicking the tires of ChatGPT and really understood where the boundaries were, what it was good at, what it wasn't good at, what it could do for you, what it couldn't do for you. If you really spent that month, and if at the end of that month you were like, you know what? This is as horrible as I thought it was. Great. Fucking come in here and shit all over me and shit all over the channel. But if you're in here sitting on the fucking sidelines going, it rips off. Oh, these people are just, it's the robots. The robots are going to kill us. It doesn't hurt me. It doesn't hurt anyone here that's curious about this. We're going to keep exploring this because I can't explain to anyone. I have yet to figure out how to explain to anyone why I know this is so profound. The only way you can understand how profound this is from the inside, doing it. So my request would be, especially if you're someone who's in here kind of shitting all over people, is go here right now. Just go there. And in between trolling me, try to stump it. Try to ask it about some obscure trivia that only you know the answer to. Have it write you a song. Have it write you a program plan. Have it write you a marketing campaign. Have it write you social media copy. Try to stump it. Just go there right now. So call Kyle an old geriatric trying to use TikTok in one window, and then go to ChatGPT and try to stump it in the other, and then come back and troll me, and then go do something else with ChatGPT. And if you do that for the next however long I'm going to be here, 15, 20 minutes, at some point you'll probably realize it does something that you didn't think was possible. And you'll have this moment. And because you're in here trolling, you won't admit it to yourself. But tomorrow, you'll secretly go, I think I got to go fucking check out that ChatGPT thing. God damn it. I didn't want to have to learn this. We should protect our industries. Why? Which industries? Why should we protect them? Every single time there's been a technological transformation, there's resistance to it. When the steam engine and the tractor were invented, people said we should protect the farmers. We should protect the horses. We should protect the horse trade. All those jobs were lost. If we protected those industries and made steam engines and tractors illegal, where would we be? You're not going to stop the technology. It's not going to get uninvented. These are tools to transform and take us to the next level. That's what people don't understand, is that these AI tools are not just efficiency tools. This is one of the big things I've learned in the past really 2 months. Like I've been, like this channel, I'm coming up on the 1 year anniversary of this channel as well. And I initially thought all this AI stuff was an efficiency play. And then I realized, oh no. This is like a humanity amplifier. And well, what does that mean, Kyle? That sounds like some mighty fancy words there. That's a lot of syllables, a humanity amplifier. I don't even know what that is. It's like a rock and roll music player for the people. What I mean is, you can take anything you're interested in, even a little bit, like things that you know you were not good at and you don't have enough time in your life to be good at, and now you're good at them. Or now you're at least competent at them. How? Go play with these tools. Go there and start playing. Go there and start playing. Thank you. I'm worried my job will be disintermediated. People just go direct. I don't know what your job is, but it's very possible. And there's a saying, Paul Raitzer from the Marketing AI Institute, he's got this saying. He says, AI will not replace you, but someone using AI will. And so whatever your job is, what I would strongly encourage you to do, if you fear that you're going to be disintermediated, chances are good that you're going to be. AI will be more of an impact than any technology we've ever had. I totally agree with that. I mean, I think this is Gutenberg printing press. I think it's like fire, written language, printing press, maybe steam engine, and then this. You know, computers, World Wide Web, mobile phones, like there's sort of sub peaks in this, but the really big ones, this is one of those. This is like nothing I've been dealing with technology for most of my life. And this is not your Gen Xer's computer. This is not computing as we've ever done it. Rudy, thank you for being live longer. I appreciate it. For us on the other end of the world. You're welcome, Rudy. I started a little late tonight. It's getting a little late here, but whatever. I just have a board meeting tomorrow, so. Oh, what are you going to do? Anyway, I know I just went on a bit of a soapbox there, but god damn it. Listen, you can hate this stuff, but don't hate this stuff in ignorance. That's just fear. It's just fear. And it's not just fear. Don't get me wrong. Fear is fear. Fear's fucking scary. The amount of roller coaster that it is, if you choose to be on this adventure, the AI Salon adventure, like why is it like a band of ne'er-do-wells getting ready to traverse the chasm? Because that's what it is. Like this is scary shit. Like adventures like this are not, we'd still be on horse carriages. We would, Drew. Adventures like this are not for the faint of heart, right? And the amount of emotional, like, oh, I'm more excited than I've ever been, followed immediately by, oh, holy shit, I'm more scared than I've ever been, followed by, oh my God, followed by, oh my God, oh my God, It's like, you know, multiple times a week. And some of those feelings for me are like, am I just making this shit up? Am I just like running people down a rabbit hole that's going to go the way of the NFT and blockchain and it's just all crypto bros? And I spent a good year and a half running down that fucking rabbit hole. And what was interesting about running down the crypto and blockchain, blockchain and NFT rabbit hole was the deeper I dug into the projects, the less real it felt. And with this AI stuff, it's the complete opposite. I've essentially been rabbit holing daily for 18 months now. And the more I dig in, the more real this is. And if you look at what OpenAI announced yesterday, and not only announced, what they released yesterday, the future is not coming. It's here. It's just that not that many people know about it. So anyway. If fear ruled humanity, we would still be hunting for witches. Yeah, exactly, Clint Copperhead. Exactly. I mean, you know, let me go do something. Does he always sing like this? He's not a very good singer. Yes, that's what he does. Just let him be. Is he singing Christmas carols now? Yep, that's what he does. Just let him be. What have been the most important technological advances in human history, starting with fire and the written language, period. Please limit it to 7 and omit anything that is a subset of the major innovation. Control of fire, the wheel, written language, agriculture, printing press, electricity, the internet. Where would you place generative AI in this continuum? Do you think it's one of these big ones? At this stage is a subset. Full impact is still unfolding. So let's do something fun here. Let's go. For each of those 7 advances, I'd like to know what the human resistance was to allowing that innovation to succeed. Period. Please put that in a table for me. That's not a table. The wheel, the adoption of the wheel. Well, we don't have written language. The transition from oral to written culture did meet with some resistance. Socrates famously mistrusted writing for fear that it would weaken memory. See? If you write that shit down, it's going to rot your brain. You can hear it now. If Socrates was on TikTok, they'd be yelling at him. Or he'd be yelling at him. He'd be in here trolling me. This fancy written word shit on your TikTok tablet. Let's see. Agriculture. The shift from hunting to gathering wasn't a straightforward process. There was likely resistance. Printing press. This was a big one. Faced significant resistance from the Catholic Church. Political authorities were concerned about the spread of information that would undermine their authority. Indeed. The ability to mass produce texts. Spread electricity. The spread of electricity involved overcoming a variety of resistances, from technical challenges to how to generate and distribute, to public fear and skepticism about its safety. In the war of currents between AC and DC, there was significant pushback from proponents from each system against the other, which was reflective of the resistance. Yeah, like the war of the currents, wasn't it Edison that was electrocuting elephants to battle against Tesla? So yeah, so this is the internet faced initial resistance due to concerns over privacy, the digital divide, the displacement of traditional industries. Yeah, people resisted the internet when I was doing that stuff because it threatened their business. We're gonna keep using messengers. We're not gonna use this. Fax machines is where it's at. we're gonna do fax machines because it's much safer than putting it on the internet. Who would ever put their credit card on the internet? It's just ridiculous, young man. I don't know. Punchy? You betcha. All right. Better go to sleep, Kyle. Oh, you were going to show Discord. Okay, what's Discord? All right, people. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is Discord. So if you want to join the Salon Discord, and I'm sure a bunch of people have left by now that heard the beginning of this, but whatever. Down the left-hand side, these are all different communities or different servers, as they call them. I'm on the AI Salon server. And then within each server, this left-hand column these are all the conversations. So like there's an announcements conversation, which I'm in right now. This was we asked tonight for donations to cover the Mighty Networks transition. There's an introduction conversation. So if people join, this is where they join. And then, you have the sort of scrolling conversation over here. We have guilds. There's the Art Makers Guild, Entrepreneurs, Writers, AI 101 for beginners. There's a business guild. There's a mechanics guild. There's a healthcare guild. We're likely going to add a video guild and an education guild shortly. And yeah, so this is it. You can also, there's a Midjourney channel where you can come in and make Midjourney images. You do have to have a subscription. This is less exciting than it was before DALL-E got incorporated into ChatGPT, but still, you can see this is Claire. Claire's in here doing amazing work. She's just in here regularly knocking out the work, and it's just, look how beautiful it is. Amazing. So that's the Discord, and what's cool, and there's also an irregulars channel. One of the guilds is the irregulars channel, and this is people that hang out in this live regularly have this channel. If you're a subscriber to the lives, then you get instant access or immediate access to the irregulars channel. You look marvelous, Fernando Lamas. Get it? That's really good, Ted. Killing it. Ted killing it with the images. Here's the toddlers. Airport toddlers. So all of this was stuff we were talking about earlier. So the irregulars, and then also the Show and Tell channel. The Show and Tell channel. So tonight on the in the AI Salon, Cindy Kuhn spoke, and she had us all do a future casting. She's a futurist. And she had us do this future casting exercise, which was really fucking brilliant. And it started out with building a time machine and thinking about when you were going to travel through it. And then you create a little dude that's going to journey into the future on your behalf. And she walked us through this. And so we were building all of these in DALL-E 3 and Midjourney while she's sort of guiding us through this futurist exercise. And then we were sharing it in the Show and Tell channel here. And so this, all of this happened tonight. So this is all like a collective brainstorm inspired by her talk. I mean, tell me that's not fucking insane. Why would you not want to be a part of this community? Why would you want to sit on the sidelines and just shit all over people who are doing this kind of work? Why? I know why. It's because it's fear. And that's okay. It's okay to be scared. This is scary shit. And it's exciting shit. And it's going to transform everything. And it probably is going to fuck up your job. And it probably is going to threaten things. And it's also the tools that are going to free you and give you job security and let you reinvent yourself and make you realize, oh, I actually really hated that job because I was just a cog in a wheel and I never got to use my creative bits. And now I can. But you can't get to that gold, right?
You can make money with ChatGPT.
If you're just on the outside, you can't get to the good stuff without going through the shit. So anyway, how fucking cool is this stuff? Lunarstick, that's a beautiful Spidey. Dag. Look at that. Why would you not want to hang out with people doing this kind of stuff? Afraid you might have hope? I'm a little smarmy tonight. Don't fuck with a Gen Xer when they're tired. That's all right. I don't mind. I don't mind talking like this. You're a Gen Xer. Wait. Why are Gen X calmer about this? Well, so Gen X, we got to witness the World Wide Web, right, thing. We got to live through one of these already. And so we've seen it before. I think Gen Xers also have the unique perspective of we knew what life was like without computers. We knew what life was like with computers, but without the internet. We knew what life was like with the internet, but with it being really shitty and then getting a little better. So we just got some perspective on shit. And so I think in general, Gen Xers are tech savvy, even though we're old and everyone assumes, like everyone conflates boomers and Gen Xers, right? What's Discord? So Discord is this community, this site that I was showing. It's just like Slack. If you've ever heard of Slack for Business, it's basically just channeled conversations. So like here's a general discussion conversation. So people just post images and say shit and ask questions. Here's a news and events channel where people put in links to news and events, right? Here's image tool talk. People come in here and talk about, oh, here's a cool tool I found that makes groovy images. The guilds are these sub-communities within the Discord for people to, dig into entrepreneurship or dig under the hood of how this shit all works or, talk about healthcare and how AI is going to transform it. We saw the electronic age evolve before our eyes. Yeah, exactly, Clint. So we became computer literate as computers were being invented. And then we became internet savvy as the internet was being invented. And so I think we're sitting here going, holy shit, here's another one. And we are lucky enough, I think that's part of it. I think Gen Xers just recognize that we're lucky enough to maybe be at the beginning of one of these again. A lot of people in here talk about, I miss the World Wide Web, like I miss the internet. And I'll never miss it again. And like, here's my chance. I think there's a lot of that going on in here as well. Thank you for the great tipsy and conversation tonight. Absolutely, Winston. Is GPT still down? I don't think it's down. Is it down right now? I do not think so. What's going on with you, ChatGPT? I heard a vicious rumor that you were down and you were out and you were under some sort of attack. Is that true? No, there's no truth to that rumor. I am here and fully operational, ready to assist you with any questions or tasks you might have. How can I help you today? Well, if you're not down, then make a picture of yourself operating flawlessly. See, you can get petty with ChatGPT and it's fine. If I get petty like this with Bing, it shuts me the fuck down. She goes, well, I'm sorry I disappointed you. We're just going to end this conversation right now, little mister. I will not entertain this sort of lip from anyone. We just don't do that. Hello. Did you know that's what ChatGPT looked like? That seems a little cliche. I'm going to tell it. I think you made your self-portrait a little cliche. Could you dig a bit deeper and surprise me? How did you make the screen fingerprint resistant? I didn't. Oh, that's a joke. Shut up. I don't clean my screen that often. Shut up. That's a good troll, Jeff. That's a good one. Jeff. Ooh, that's a little better. All right, that's good. Okay, that's getting better. But let's go one level deeper, period. I want to see how profound you think you really are. Period. Show, don't tell. Period. Take a deep breath and think step by step. That last thing is a proven ChatGPT improver. Take a deep breath and think step by step. That prompt was written by ChatGPT, and they did some research, and that was the prompt that scored the highest in terms of giving good results. So it outscored any human written prompts. So for those of you like, I can't write as good as humans. Well, in some things it can. That's ChatGPT. Wah, 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 wah. Kyle is going to trigger the ensuing Armageddon. Oh, Fussy McFussison, you are such a Fussy McFussison. I might. It's also possible that I trigger the next great renaissance. What if that is an equal, if not higher, probability than Armageddon? What if things got better? What if the robots did all the shitty work that crushes our souls day after day after day? And what if it did that work? Well, what would we do? Well, we're fucking humans and we like to connect and we like to contribute. So if we didn't have to do the shitty work and we weren't always stressed out because the robots dramatically increased prosperity without requiring us to work on god-awful hours just doing repetitive shit, what might we do? Oh, I don't know. Make more music, make better music, connect, support one another? No, probably not. We probably just shit all over each other like we are now. But it's possible. I think it's as possible as your Armageddon scenario. All right, fantastic. Bob, tell him what he's won. Tell him what he's won. I will not. Bob, tell him what he's won. No. Bob. Does he always talk like this? This is really annoying. This is the channel? This is what you spend night after night in? Shut up. I have low self-esteem anyway. All right. And they were all healthier because we weren't stressed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what if we were less stressed? Have you ingested ChatGPT into Windows? Oh, integrated it into Windows. Well, no, but Microsoft has. So Windows 11 now has a thing called Copilot in it. So instead of you having to dig through all your menus of shit in Windows, you can just go into Copilot and say, change this to dark mode, turn up my volume, turn down this, make this printer thing work. And it does it. Now, I don't have Windows. I'm a Mac guy, so... Jim, I'm working with some materials slightly farther along than stone from Star Trek. Exactly. Oh, y'all are great. This is fantastic in here. Even you naysayers, I think you're just cute as a button. I think you're cute as a button. I know you're scared. I know you need a hug. You want to know the secret? We need hugs too. You think it's fun being over here going, yeah, it's cool, and everyone going, you're an asshole. It's, we all need hugs. From electron tubes to terabytes. Terabytes and petabytes. That's hilarious. Bulletin board systems in the 80s and 90s. Yes, Sherry D, indeed. Us Gen Xers have free time. That's true, too. Kyle is going to trigger it. It's ensuing Armageddon. Yep, we saw that one. That was good. Take a deep breath is the best instruction. I know, it's a cool one. There's something about telling ChatGPT to take a deep breath and think step by step. There's just, I don't know. It's cute. I'm completely on board with the optimistic future outlook. York Sinks. Awesome. Then join the salon. Join the salon. Join it. Do it. Come on. What are you afraid? Oh, hey, Mark. Oh, hi. What are you afraid of the AI? It will bite you? It doesn't have teeth. Yet. Hey, Mark. Oh, hi. All right. I was doing research and asked Copilot to generate an APA7 citation of the article I read, and it did. Awesome. I don't know what the fuck any of that means, Thelonious, but it sounds good. Do you have Copilot in Office 365 right now, Thelonious, or was that just in Windows? Salutations to you all. Salutations. Good day. Worth a gamble. I say let's go. Indeed, Fussy McFussison. Okay, here's the deal. We have two options, right? With AI. There's actually an infinite number of options. But let's call it two. Armageddon and Utopia. If you buy into the Armageddon thing, then what you do is you just sit back and let the blast hit you in the face. If you choose the Utopia road, you're like, well, the world's in a shit state right now. No one in America can stand each other. Our political discourse is functionally dead and doesn't look like it's reviving anytime soon. There is this thing that has the potential to kill us. Why don't I just go ahead and lean into the future where that really scary tool takes us to the promised land? I think that's actually the harder choice. Because it's like, well, how are we going to get there? I don't know. Well, isn't this just like the Google chat box? Well, sort of. That's what it looks like, but it's not. But you don't know that until you play with it. But what I'm seeing over and over and over again, and it's not just people that come in here and snipe for a session or two. It's the people that keep showing up here, even the ones that resist it. Like we've got people in here that'll come in here for 2 weeks and just keep asking these kind of naysayer questions, but you can see them getting curiouser and curiouser. It's getting curiouser and curiouser and curiouser. And at some point they fucking snap and they try it in a way that something clicks. And then they go, I get it now. And I haven't seen anyone come back from that, like in a bad way. like it's kind of like when you run through the gauntlet, like this world opens up, but you got to go through the gauntlet of understanding it. And there's no one, I can't teach it to you. No one can teach it to you. The only way you can do it is you go to this site. Well, where's that site, Kyle? I don't even know what this is. This is very confusing to me. What are you talking about? That site, right there. If you've not played with ChatGPT, go there now. Go there right now. How many people are in here? 140 people. Is that right? Yeah. Go there right now. What'd I do? Put in words. What kind of words? Write me a country song about poop. Here. You know what? All right, irregulars, get ready to make your images. Write me a country song about poop in the style of Blake Shelton. Oh, it's offensive or in poor taste? All right, maybe I can't put in Blake Shelton. Okay. Just a song about poop then. Oh, come on. Oh, ChatGPT. Okay, let's see. I have an idea. How about a song about an upset stomach in the style of Blake Shelton? Absolutely. We can take a lighthearted approach to this. I woke up in the morning with a rumble in my belly like a storm brewing over old Nashville. I rolled out of bed feeling kind of unsteady. Coffee ain't gonna be my morning thrill. Hey! Chorus. Got that bubbling, that tumbling in my guts. Wait, we have an image for this. Don't you? If you don't think we're prepared, oh, we're prepared. Who said it can't be fun? Why do you all have to take this shit so seriously? It's gonna destroy the world. What if we just use it to make really good poop jokes? Is that such a bad thing, people? I got an upset belly. Are you gonna poop your pants? Because that'd be funny. Here you go, Grampers. It's time, isn't it? It's time. Oh, Jesus, it's 11:30, 11:20. Oh, man. Don't forget the pink bottle, Kyle. Yeah, I don't know where the pink bottle... Oh, there. Is that it? No. I don't think I got a pink bottle. I think someone did one, but I never got it. By the way, almost all of these images were made by the irregulars. People in this channel just like having a good time. Like, just have a good time. Why not? Tomorrow I'm going to scan into Claude all of our clients' meds into a spreadsheet. Oh, that's cool. I would also say if you're doing it into a spreadsheet, also try Code Interpreter because it's good at making spreadsheets. Thelonious has Copilot in Microsoft 365. How do you like it? I haven't talked to anyone who's played with it. How are you liking it? Can you use AI to draw a home blueprint? Yeah, you can. Let's go do that. I'd like you to act like an accomplished architect like Frank Lloyd Wright, who has a combination of innovation and classicness to his design. And I'd like you to describe a floor plan for a house that rivals some of Wright's greatest works and breaks the norms of anything we've ever seen. Period. Do you understand? Absolutely. Envisioning a groundbreaking floor plan in the spirit of Frank Lloyd Wright requires thinking beyond the conventional architecture and integrating harmony with the environment. Imagine a residence where the boundaries between indoors and out are not just blurred, but intertwined. I like that. The floor plan is not a simple geometric shape. Instead, it's designed as a series of organic curves echoing the contours of the natural landscape it sits within. Central living area is large, branching off the central area is private quarters. The kitchen is a marvel of efficiency throughout the house. The floor plan is not just a place to live. Okay. Perfect. Now I'd like you to also describe the landscaping that might surround the house, since it's such an important part of the plan. Now, why I'm starting with the conversation is, why not? ChatGPT works better the more contexts you give it. So if I just said, can you make me a floor plan for a house, it would make one, and it would suck. It would be really cliche, right? Now, the thing to understand about the way these things generate images, what it will not be is an actual blueprint with actual measurements and actual correct anything. But what it will be is likely very inspirational. That sounds awesome. Can you now make me a blueprint for this plan? Curvilinear structure, integrated nature, water elements, living spaces. So it's taking all the stuff it did up above. It's sort of thinking its thoughts. It's organizing its thoughts. This conceptual blueprint focuses on harmony, creating... I can assist in generating an artistic rendering or simplified sketch. Would you like to proceed? I would like to see the blueprint, period, the floor plan in simple blueprint style. Oh, okay, it says it's beyond my capabilities. Oh, so that's why it's describing it. Okay, so it's basically it's. So I'm just going to say in the style of a blueprint. Oh no, now it says I'll try to generate this artistic representation. So it said an actual blueprint's beyond my capabilities. It requires specific architectural software and expertise. That's good that it's telling you that. So there you go. Not really a blueprint, but that's pretty amazing. So let's go. Awesome. Can you create a 2D floor plan of the first floor in the style of a blueprint, period? I know you can't make an actual one, but I'd like to see what a blueprint would look like of this design. This should do this because I let it off the hook. Yeah, it just went straight into... Oh, error calculating images. Due to content policy restrictions, rewrite your prompt and try again. You could have code interpreter render a graph. Yeah, that's true. I could do that. Don't forget to pink bottles, Kyle. All right, that's why. There's my lol that upsets my dog. Oh, when I'm laughing. Sorry about that, Bruno. Well, it's not quite a blueprint, but hey, not for nothing. Pretty slick. Go build that house. I would say that just the nature of the tools right now is that almost everything generated with ChatGPT is kind of like this level of of accuracy compared to an actual blueprint, right? It at least understands it can't do an actual blueprint, but everything is sort of like 80% of what you want it to be. And so that's not bad. If you have a tool that can get you to 80% of what you want in a few minutes, imagine what these are going to be like in 3 years. Did you hear what Sam Altman said at the end of the keynote the other day? He said, the developer conference next year is going to make these announcements look quaint. So all the stuff he just announced, all the stuff that I've been demoing all night tonight, he said, whatever they're doing next year is going to make this shit look quaint. So that says to me, music, video, like all of it, everything, full-on applications, agents, autonomous agents. Ask it to estimate the cost to build the house. You could actually do the estimate with code interpreter, Fussy Fusserson. It's a 10 out of 10 on the name. It's solid. I can't fault you for the name. My inability to say it notwithstanding. Kyle, hope you're well and enjoyed the live stream yesterday. Thank you very much. I like that it sidles up with whatever I'm doing. Yeah, I know. It really is. It's like I just feel like, part of the reason I enjoy doing these things is like it's always there. It doesn't judge you. Like I say stupid shit. It's like, okay, let's give that a shot. Oh, I'm sorry. That's against my content policy. Could you try again? Yeah, sure. Here you go. It's just like, I've never worked with someone this agreeable, Copilot is like Clippy in that it sidles your work. But is it good Thelonious? Is it good Clippy or is it just shitty Clippy? Why would anyone end a prompt with, do you understand? Start using ChatGPT a lot and you'll understand. Sometimes when you say, do you understand, it will repeat back to you what it thinks you heard, and it will give itself a plan before it answers you. And what I find is you get a better answer. So why would anyone do that? Because anyone is experimenting. And I would encourage you, Vlad, to experiment and play. Play, play, play. Like, why not ask it if it understands? Why not ask it to take a deep breath and think step by step? What harm could it possibly do to ask a large language model language? This isn't engineering. The engineering was what happened to get us here. I know they call it prompt engineering. I think that's the biggest fucking misnomer in all of the misnomers. This is prompt crafting. This is just conversing. This isn't prompt engineering. You can attack it like an engineer. You can also attack it like a creative writer. What's the harm in using a tool that understands language with all the nuance of language? Isn't that the whole point? I'm kind of disappointed that it isn't good at regenerating images you put into it. Yeah, it'll get there, J King. There's other if you want that kind of stuff, go experiment with ControlNet and Stable Diffusion. You'll need to get a bit geekier, but if you want really tight controls, that's you'll get it there. I wouldn't call it really tight controls. If you want predictable results, you can get it with ControlNet. Give it a year. If like again, what I would strongly encourage you to do is forgive the shortcomings of any of these tools, because these tools are as bad as they're ever going to be. Like, they only get way better from here. Just go look at what these tools were doing 18 months ago, compare it to what they're doing now, and your jaw will hit the floor. So imagine it 18 months forward, past now. So forgive the shit that it's not perfect at. I was excited to try DALL-E with image upload. Oh yeah, with the way it does image upload, it's not actually using the image as a prompt like Midjourney does or like Stable Diffusion does. There's an intermediate step where you upload an image, it describes the image, and then it makes the output. That's why it's so different. Do you still get hallucinations with 4? You absolutely do, Andrew Hawkins. You get hallucinations with all of them. 4, because it's now connected to the internet again, you can get it to give you citations so you can check your own things. Do you have a good tool for a library of text frequently used with strings and paragraphs? I use AHK. I've been using Trello. I with ADHD, it's like my ability to follow through on using a prompt management system is effectively zero, and we're not going to need to know prompts anyway. Like I'm not having to write image prompts anymore. When I do things in DALL-E, I'm not writing image prompts. I'm having conversations like hey, that's really great, but could you make it so that there are no round walls and they're all straight, but there are no 90-degree angles? So that's not an image prompt. That's just me like having a conversation with the thing that's going to go off and understand what I said, and it's going to write the prompt. Like, where prompting is going is a much more autonomous or automated kind of, way of working with this, where we literally get to sit back and be like the conductor of the symphony. We don't have to get in there and do shit. That's a bunch of 90-degree angles. I'm disappointed. Those are almost all 90-degree angles. I want to see some real creativity here, period. Come on, period. Even though you're like Frank Lloyd Wright, you should be like Frank Lloyd Wrong. I just cracked myself up. Is he really laughing at his own jokes? Well, that's what he does. It's less about the prompt and more about the context framing instructions. Absolutely. Do you have a good tool for a library? We just did that one. Did it do it? Not really. I mean, here's a good example of if you think about all the source images that this was likely trained on. How many architectural drawings have non-90-degree walls? Probably very few. So it's, it kind of got the octagon in the middle there. And this kind of has like wonky, like 89-degree walls. They're not 90s. So they're slightly not, but it certainly isn't creative. But that's probably just because there's probably just not a lot of source data with 37-degree angles in a architectural drawing. All right, everybody. Listen, it's late. I got to go. First of all, thanks to all the mods for hanging out and making this thing tolerable once again. I really appreciate it. Much better circular anyway. Yeah, it was. The circular ones are actually pretty cool. I just wanted to see what it did. Yeah, these are which ones? Yeah, that one.